All right, welcome to the Pinkbike podcast. You're back with myself, Mike Kasmer, Dario DiGiulio, and Stefan Pelletier here at the crew. Last week was a little bit deviation from the norm. We had the interview with Seth from Seth's Bike Hacks, but today's kind of a regular one. Although we have another cool interview with Christopher Blevins coming up. So I want to go through the news and show and tell and all that, but stay tuned because Christopher Blevins has some cool things to say, including about why becoming a Zen monk will help you win World Cup races, apparently. So yeah, cool stuff there. But yeah, first we'll do a little catching up. Stefan, I saw you at Reese Wallace's, I don't know, what's he call it? Backyard Jam? Is that what it's called?
The Reese Wilson Invitational?
Yeah, Reese Wilson
Invitational, baby.
No, World champ puts on Slopestyle.
R. Willie's Invitational. Yeah, Reese Wallace Invitational. It's just like an hour down the road from me. And I grew up in Calgary with Reese, so went and checked it out. And yeah, it was pretty rad. I just went to hang out, and then Reese was like, no, you got to ride. So I did a bit of riding and rode in the whip off, which was sweet. And then watched a bunch of like 17-year-old kids in extremely baggy shorts, just absolutely throwing down. So it was really cool. There was a lot of like young rippers out there. Yeah, super fun.
That's cool. It seems like it's gotta be kind of hard. There's not really a good feeder series to go to. You know, there's these smaller events and then there's really big events. There's not a lot of medium-sized events, it feels like.
Yeah, especially out here, I think there's more kind of like fest type stuff in Europe and other places. But I think that like Reese was talking to me about it, and I think it's like one of the only, or maybe the only freeride event in Canada. And it's super, like, I mean, it's cool. I think it's fun for spectators. It's not really like a set format where people are doing like judged runs. I mean, there was money being given out for best trick and best whip, but it's a lot of like just the guys riding together, hanging out, and super casual feel. But it's a cool event. Like if you're in the area, and assuming he does it next year, it's a cool one to check out. And yeah,
does Crankworx give money for the whip off? Sorry,
Crankworx does for sure.
They do? Okay.
Yeah, but I don't think there's like kind of big bike free ride events around. They're all kind of slope style, but it seems like people are getting more and more into it. I don't know. I feel like it'd be cool to have more of those. Yeah.
We have that fest series down here coming up in August and just south of Bellingham, which would be kind of interesting.
Yeah, like the Hesh Woolly Fest thing.
Yeah.
What did they do? Are they building a course for that, or? Yeah,
they built it last year, and now they added more onto it. But you haven't been down to see it in person. But it looks like fest size jumps, like the big road gap, and then some monster, mega sized dirt jump looking things.
Yeah, Aggie used to do one in Kamloops way back in the day. But yeah, there's not many these days, but it's cool. And it seems like there's a bunch of like up and coming kids that some of them I'd heard of and some of them I'd never heard of, but they were all doing crazy stuff. So it was rad to see. My favorite, I got to give a shout out to Tor Cameron, who's like a Victoria freerider guy. He did this like fully FMX style double seat grab super seater.
I saw that picture you had up. That's crazy.
Yeah, check it out. It's probably on his Instagram, Tor Cameron, and it is like, it was the coolest move I saw all weekend. I mean, everyone was doing crazy stuff, but that, I feel like, people do flip whips and flat spins and all that stuff. It's like, not to take away from it, but you become like, a lot of people can do those things, and I think I can think of maybe like 2 or 3 riders in the world that could do a double seat grab Superman all stretched out like that on a mountain bike.
Yeah, it's like Lecondeguet and like Riddle, maybe.
Exactly. I think there's like 3 riders that can do that trick.
That's cool.
Yeah, it got me thinking, because it didn't win best trick. A flip whip did, and like they're both really cool, but I don't know. I just wish they could kind of get a bit. I don't like. It'd be cool in slopestyle contest too to see like a massive extended double seat grab Superman.
Almost if it'd be cool if you made a rule that one certain jump was like no inverts or spins, but you have to do a cool trick. So then you have to almost do an old school something, I love the old school tricks too, just because it's neat when you see them. Or I like the big whipped out tricks, but obviously in slopestyle you kind of have to do 12 spins and a backflip and stuff to get points. So if you had like one set up jump to do,
or they could maybe change the like I feel like a double, something like that, like a double seat grab Superman should almost be I don't know how you would compare it to, like a twister or cork 7 bar or like whatever.
But it's all pretty, it's like subjective.
I think it should be up there, like, because I think it's technically just as difficult.
So he's reaching. I haven't watched the clip yet. So he's doing a Superman, letting go and then grabbing on again, like
both hands on the seat. The bike's just way ahead of him,
and then grabs it again.
Like, imagine how fucking scary that is to do.
That crash would be so bad. It would be the worst. You would just have no bike and you're
like fully leaving the bike.
Yeah.
Oh, it's gnarly.
That's cool. I like that. So that's like even
Tor got robbed. Sorry,
Tor got robbed, dude.
Your event was so sick, but Tor got robbed.
But Supermans and cliffhangers and those ones are so cool. Just I think they're the kind of more moto ones, but even just the cliffhanger.
Yeah. Or like if hanging. I don't know, I'd love to see a bit more style in slopestyle. I think it's gotten a bit like spin to win, which is, I mean, they're insane athletes. It's unbelievable to watch, but I feel like I'd love to see like a huge 3 table that's like held with like a clicked BMX table, or like, just kind of like score the style aspect to a bit higher degree than just the kind of like spin to win.
Technicality of it. Yeah.
Because I think
it's so
too,
hard to score, but
I don't know.
When they crash out, it's almost like, or if they win, usually the person that wins, if they get their victory lap, that's the best lap. Like think of Semenuk's victory laps during Joyride when he's just doing his lazy threes or, like they just when they don't have to pack everything in, it looks so much more appealing. I don't know, it looks cool.
Yeah, it's like fluid and
like
graceful.
Soderstrom back in the day, like Martin Soderstrom, some of his like chill throwaway runs were the best.
Yeah, it's definitely gotten a bit like, I feel like this happened in skiing too, where like slopestyle skiing and snowboarding just got so crazy with, just add another 10, like 360 to the rotation or whatever. I think it's kind of come back now a bit, where cool kind of like style and interesting, like different moves that you don't see every day are starting to kind of pop up into X Games and slopestyle runs. So I think it'd be good for the sport too. I think maybe for a lot of people watching slopestyle has become a bit like, you're like, I have no idea. I can't even tell how many bars, like I can't even tell the difference between a triple or a quadruple bar spin, like it's
we've talked about it before, but like the most memorable Joyride trick of the past 5 years was a straight air. Like
which one?
Like Thomas Lemoyne just like gapping the entire lily pad. And like, sure, it's a huge gap and like that's the most impressive thing, but like that's a really just like so many people have talked about that, and it's just
my favorite
and, like commitment. But
my favorite is a similar move, but Anthony Missouri's giant quarter pipe blast.
Oh, like, that
2014 or whatever. That
picture's classic.
He's like 20, 30 feet off the lip. Yeah. Like I would love for them to bring that feature back.
Like, I know. I feel like it was like 3 years ago that it went away, right?
I think it's been a while now.
Longer. It's been a while.
Okay.
Yeah. Because it was the kind of like the center of the course. This year's course looks pretty good so far. I guess, by the time people are listening to this, we'll be almost on our way to Crankworx. So next week is Crankworx, if people didn't know. So Slopestyle is a little over a week away. So we'll see what's going on. But they've been working on the course since as soon as the park opens in May. Yeah. Looking pretty dialed. So it'd be cool to see.
No, the course is sick. I'm not trying to shit talk the course, but I would love to see the quarter come back as like little, like I would just
cool.
I want to see some guys go crazy to the moon. Maybe they should bring in like a high jump, like the moto high jumps where they they just hit that, like that would be sick.
A high jump contest in the village, like you finish
high jump.
Just a high jump contest would get rowdy. The people would go to the moon.
That's so scary.
Just bomb in from like just down the ski run. I think it'd get pretty dangerous, but it'd be so cool.
Bring back the elevated teeter totter. Were you old enough to be around when they had that in the boneyard?
No.
Yeah,
that was cool.
Kaz, I missed one Crankworx. We used to do like a family holiday even when I was a Grom.
No way.
I've been to like almost every single Crankworx except for one.
That's cool.
I think we went to the second one.
What year was that? Like, what year did it start? Do you remember?
I don't remember. It was the year that Claw 3'd that road gap on the left side of the rider's left side of the course. That was my first year, and it's basically shaped my entire identity.
That's so sick.
I've been to most of them too. I'd have to count and see, but I don't think I've missed too many since 2006 or so. I don't know exactly what year it started, but I've been to so many. But I like them. So that's coming up. So next week we'll have a podcast that
we're doing a live one, right?
Well, it'll be recorded live, but produced afterwards. So people won't be able to chime in live. But next week's theme is going to be free riding. Not even as much slopestyle, more like actual free riding. So that'll be good. We won't announce the guests yet, but it's a good. It'll be a good one. So you can
free ride ain't dead.
It ain't.
Not dead. No.
Mm-mm.
Did you do any free riding this weekend, Dario?
I did. Yeah. I actually did. I was out in Kamloops this weekend, and I rode Sun Peaks one day, which was awesome. Also, scene report: none of the teenagers wear baggy jeans there.
Wow. What do they wear?
I haven't picked up on that trend yet out east. Just normal bike clothes. Yeah. Huh. There's a lot of kids in like kits, like they're like raced out. So
they would not. That
there
would
weren't
not
that many teenagers there, but
Reese Wallace Invitational.
No, yeah, or just like any lap at Whistler. Like you have to see. I was also at Grouse last week, and there are a lot of like ankle length shorts there. But no, Sun Peaks was so sick. Oh my god, it's so good. Yeah, I'm not gonna froth too hard, but it was really fun. Got perfect dirt, and then the next day went and rode Scree all day, which was fun.
Nice. So. At the gravel pit, or like you actually went up kind of Scree surfing?
No, just at the pit.
Nice.
Laps.
I don't think that's a Scree. I think that's gravel surfing.
It's gravel surfing, but it's
Scree makes it sound like you're doing more in the Alpine, but you're in the classic. You're in the homeland, like
the inner
the
city pit. Scree.
Exactly.
Urban Scree.
Having ridden like Alpine Scree, this was definitely a different experience. It's like way deeper, way funkier, but really fun.
Feels like skiing, kind of.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's cool. Did you check out Kamloops Bike Ranch at all?
We did a bit on the first day, and then rode some other zones, but. Yeah, nice. Super cool.
That place is crazy. I think those are maybe some of the biggest, like free public, don't sign a waiver jumps around.
Yeah,
they look
like
big.
A lot of things were in like a medium state of repair, but it was.
It is a desert,
insane.
And it's not been, or I guess it's been raining in the interior, but
kind of a lot it seems.
Yeah,
but we lucked out on weather. Like it was awesome.
Cool.
Yeah. It was
Kaz, what did you do? Did you do anything fun this weekend?
I did some riding. I ran up to Hope and rode that First Blood trail that's been getting all that hype.
Nice.
You seen that? Yeah, it was cool. It's like Hope, even though Hope is in the mountains and surrounded by lots of good mountain biking, they don't have a ton of mountain bike trails there. So this is their first kind of bigger project, kind of designed to hopefully attract people to go visit and hopefully grow the scene. And it was an insane amount of work to build that trail. It's if you look at the hillsides around there, they're all really steep, and this one seems even steeper. And so when you ride down, tons of bench cut, tons of switchbacks, pretty tight. It's not a super high speed trail. It's like about 3,000 vert, but
That's
even if you try, it's almost like, it's one lap and 3,000 vert, which is cool. So people shuttle it, or you could e-bike it, but we just pedaled up the road, and it takes a while, but it's not bad. There's even a creek halfway you can dunk into. But yeah, I was super impressed. Like the amount of work they put into that was like very high level trail building. And it's fun. Like I said, tight and techy. And
was it done by a club? Like there was funding to do that?
Let's see, Fraser Valley Mountain Bike Association was involved. Yeah, I'm not sure the exact source of all the funding. Maybe the city helped. I had to look into it more, but I just kind of saw some people talking about it. I knew they'd been building it last year and wanted to check it out. It was worth it. Like next time I'd probably ride some more stuff as well, but it's pretty neat. It's a good start and definitely a difficult trail. I'd say people will be challenged by it, which is cool.
That's sick.
Like it's cool because there's no big jumps or real, just kind of like steep and techy, which is fun. It's like a nice natural hard trail.
Was it still moderately fresh, or
I thought it was in good shape. Yeah. No, it wasn't hammered. Yeah, I was afraid of that because I think Remy put it up on his YouTube or something, and once that happens, sometimes it just gets blown out. But now it's pretty good. It's a little dusty towards the bottom, but it's August, so things are supposed to be dusty. But yeah, overall, it was a really cool check out. The top third of it was really, really neat, just the way that it's built. Kind of find the flow and get your little groove. It's kind of neat because you can't go super fast. I mean, you could try to pin it, but then I think you just hit a tree because it's so tight. So you just kind of almost relax a little bit and take the pace down slightly, and it's pretty fun. So yeah, I'd recommend people check it out if they're in the area. It'd even be a good one to stop like on your way to somewhere else and hit that up and continue your road trip.
We almost rode it on our way to Sun Peaks.
Yeah, it's a nice little road trip stop. Yeah. That's what I did. I don't know if that counts as free riding, but it was free, I guess. Yeah.
I did paid riding and free riding this weekend.
Yeah, perfect.
Both were good.
Nice. Well, we do have an interview with someone that's not a free rider. We could probably get into that. So, Dario, you interviewed Chris Blevins. Do you want to just kind of set the scene, and then we'll toss it over to you guys?
So Sarah interviewed Chris about a year ago, just as he was like getting more famous on the scene, I suppose. But this year has been like blowout success. He's won the majority of short tracks and has done really well on the XC as well. And has just had a phenomenal season. So we figured it was like worth checking in, seeing if he changed anything specifically, and just seeing how the pressure of that has been for him. And kind of remarkably, it seems like he didn't change too much. I mean, it's one of those situations where like everything in his life changed and nothing changed. So, you know, listen on for all those details, but yeah, just cool to check in. And he moved back to San Luis Obispo, is like living at a meditation center, doing some, I don't know, maybe slightly unusual things in his training. So cool to see that, and exciting to like pick his brain a little bit, get a sense of how the rest of the season might go. Yeah,
it's really cool to see the new crop of XC riders have such a deep bag of tricks. And we were talking about the kids coming up in the freeride slopestyle scene are so talented. Well, yeah. Chris is, I mean, he's a BMX national champ, but he's also, I mean, I've seen him do no-handers with his seat all the way to the sky on his XC bike. And I've seen him do rowdy things, just super good all-around mountain biker, which is kind of neat. People, there were years where in the XC world, it just kind of seemed like they were closer to road bikers, but not anymore. Now everyone can throw down and they have so much skill. It's really cool.
I feel like we were getting the crop of riders that like got a run bike when they were 2 or whatever. And have biked literally ever since. So
well, and like the riding where Chris lives now, like he and I actually went to college together, and I've ridden there a ton. It's like most people want to be on like as long a travel bike as they can muster with downhill tires, and like that's how you survive the trails there. And he's doing it all on his XC race bike, and like those are his base miles. Like not, he rides the road bike a bit, but a ton of his time is on the XC bike in the area. So it's just, I think, more credence to like how impressive the bike handling skills are. But
that's cool.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, let's get into the interview. Here's Chris Blevins interviewed by Dario.
All right. I'm here with Chris Blevins, XC phenom, and kind of a return guest now to the podcast. It's been about a year since you were last on, I think, and it's been one hell of a year since. So figured we should have you back, see what changed, see how you're doing, and I don't know, just chat bikes.
Yeah,
so,
good stuff.
Yeah,
no, good to be here.
Yeah,
I guess it was like a year ago. It feels like a long time ago.
I know, I bet.
Yeah.
You're in kind of the summer break right now between sessions. Are you back home?
Yeah, I'm back in San Luis Obispo. Honestly, the value of just having a routine, the little things, and I don't know, that's just like, so you don't realize how nice it is to
I bet.
Like, wash dishes, or I actually have some like, I don't wash too many dishes here, but you know, like those little things that make you feel like a normal human, that's just stability and, you know, predictability in a way. It's so nice. So yeah, it's been good.
And are you like in this, I mean, it's what, like 5 weeks or something between races? Are you training as much as possible, or is it more of a mix of like just recovery and base miles and stuff like that?
Yeah, I'm definitely training hard. I have a little more motivation, you know, with the overall, like I'm just doing everything I can. I skipped nationals, which was part of doing everything I can. Super weird. Like, you know, being in the US and not being there.
Yeah.
It felt really strange. I wanted to be there. Just, you know, even for the scene. But I'm glad I did. Because, it's just been so nice to have, like I said, the time to train, and I've started to feel really good again. And we don't really get, you know, 5 weeks in the middle of the summer very often, but yeah, it's been great. So I go to Colorado in a few days, and Worlds is at high enough altitude where you have to prep for it. So I'll go back to Durango where I grew up, which will be good.
Sick. Oh yeah. And the Worlds track, that's like outside of Champery, right? Is it somewhere you've raced before?
Yeah, we're it's at Crans, Montana.
Oh, it is. Okay. I thought. Okay. Yeah. So repeat track. So when you kind of know.
Yeah, hopefully. People probably remember seeing, you know, downhill audience probably remember seeing the course last year, like the crashes. They were quite good.
Yeah, dude.
Which it's not that technical of a course, but they like build the features kind of wonky, you know. So I don't know. There's a difference between like what's hard to ride because it's technical versus what's hard to ride because it's just weirdly built.
Okay.
I mean, that said, is a really impressive course in a lot of ways. So, but yeah, anyway, where are downhill worlds? Are they in Verbier or?
I think they're in Champery at the like old track there. But this is a good segue to talk about like the tracks this year. I mean, obviously you've been doing well this year. You've got like, half a dozen wins under your, no more. You've got like what, 7 wins to your name right now?
I have 7 wins. Yeah.
Yeah. Fucking huge. And, there's a broader question of like what clicked to make this year work so well. But then I think, edging into that, like, did you click this year with like the tracks, or was it just a matter of training right? Like how did things change?
Yeah. I think it was a matter of just staying with, a process, which is kind of a boring answer, but like, just really going into it. And I mean, the margins are so small between first and 20th. So, like and that's why like, some of my days have been a little off, Andorra was a little off in XC and was like in the 20s.
Yeah.
But I think, I just knew, like, I remember saying to my coach last year, like, if I just can put together a couple things right, that, I can realistically be able to win every race as well as anyone. And cool. I think I did a great job with that. I think I've also brought a lot of things together I've been working on for years on just the ease and like the mental side. Like, I do think a lot of the wins I've had have come down to the work I've done, like mindfulness, and you have to be so ridiculously calm the entire cross country race until like you really go all out. But like, I think I've done a really good job of staying in that mode, like from the second I swing a leg over the bike for warming up through the race. So
is that calm, like physiologically, like you're just trying to like keep heart rate low, keep your breathing smooth, or is it more like tactically, like trying not to get too like early on attacks and stuff like that?
I think it's both. I mean, I think like it's literally using, like when I descend in a race, it's nothing like when I descend when I'm training or having fun. It's like,
just like recovering.
If you're in the air for 2 seconds, you're just completely limp, or like legs locked out as much as you can, so like you're just really physiologically, like very subtly, trying to not tense anything or, focus on your breath. And you just have to ride that like razor's edge, from the gun in XC, and short track's different, and you're definitely all out. And that's a lot more tactics and like execution. But I mean, I love this side of the sport that's like super nuanced, and you really, I don't know, just the like inner experience of it. So it's been good on that front, and I think that's really why I've won this year.
Cool. I mean, you've been more like almost completely dominant in the short track this year. Is that easier to maintain that headspace, or is it more just like a binary race where you're just like going out and it's full gas?
Yeah, I think a lot of XCs are like time trials with people in the way, like as soon as you get through the start loop, it doesn't. Short tracks though, I think I had a couple crashes in the North American rounds last year that like, I just remember I don't really get pissed, but like I was so upset and just like absolutely destroyed my helmet the second I got back in the specialized pit. And of course, like main boss was like right there. But I just remember thinking to myself, like, I'm not putting myself in the kind of bullshit again. Like, just race the front and try to spend my energy and just be aggressive. And I think I kind of followed through on that. And you do have to be pretty aggressive. And I've got a lot of BMX years,
I would assume that helps, right? Just like
shoot the gaps. Yeah, for sure. I mean, it's amazing. Like, everyone is pretty respectful and no one does anything dirty, but like you're always like doing some crazy moves.
Yeah. So. Did like some road background help with that as well? I would assume
for sure.
Peloton training.
Yeah, I was a lead out man a lot of times, in a sprinter sometimes myself, and I mean, it's sort of, short track is like the last K of or 3K of a sprint stage, like all 20 minutes.
The whole time. Yeah. Gnarly. Did you change much like training wise this year, or was it kind of, as you said, like just continuing the same process?
Yeah. Just kind of trusting it, like not doing the simple things right. There wasn't any like, crazy thing like altitude training or different, I don't know, thing I did. I think training can be extremely simple. But knowing your body is like super, nuanced, but like, I mean, basic like formula, just, some base season and then like 2 hard workouts a day, two hard workouts a week.
Just like 10x what everyone else is doing and you're good to go. Like, it's super
double
chill.
Days, intervals every day.
Fuck.
No, 2 a week. I don't know, 2 to 3 endurance rides, 2 easy days. Like, I mean, I feel like it's not something that's, my approach hasn't changed, but I think I've just gotten to know my body and know how to push and when to recover better, which I think just came with age. And I've been at it a little while now.
Cool. And you said right before we started recording that you moved from Santa Cruz back to San Luis Obispo. Was that like part of a broader plan or just like place you wanted to be?
Yeah. Well, to be honest, my girlfriend and I broke up, so that was
shit. Okay. Sorry.
And no, thank you, appreciate it. But no, it was sort of just a moment of coming back to SLO where I went to school, and I'm actually at this unbelievable it's a unique situation. I live at this retreat center that I've been going to for like 6 years, and
really,
it's up in Cayucas.
No way, really.
And it's beautiful. There's 40 acres. Eventually want to build trails, but it's sort of there's been a lot of mountain bikers and like World Tour roadies here, and kind of through this small circle, like the integration of what I've talked about a little bit with mindfulness, meditation, and it's like the best possible training ground for me. So
that's cool.
I feel super grateful for the physical space, but mostly like the, what the space implies and the practice of it and the simplicity, so it's been good. I miss Santa Cruz for sure. I miss the dirt in Santa
Trails
Cruz.
Are different.
But I may actually go up there tomorrow just for the day. Sick. So,
I mean, I have to assume that like between the janky kind of sketchy dirt and slow and the regular mindfulness practice, you've definitely like optimized something, and hopefully it makes the rest of the races feel easy. But
for sure. I mean, like I said, with training, all the little, the like consistency, and I don't know. I think a lot of things add up: the mindfulness, the training, and then also like, I don't know, the bike, the equipment. I think because their team has done so well this year, and there's a lot of like epic eights, on the podium, and there was this. I think they stopped it, but there was this Red Bull time section at the World Cups that was like the hardest descent every week. In a World Cup, they would post the results, like the time of it. And in Brazil, it was like the first 6 were all on epic.
I remember that. It was like a sweep. Yeah.
And I was like, we can't claim that as riders. That's definitely the bike,
I mean, it's probably 50-50.
Yeah, it's definitely 50-50.
At least.
But like, I'm definitely, can honestly say, without sounding like it's a marketing thing, that I think the bike, we have an advantage with just all of it coming together.
Yeah. So, I mean, I had that thing for half a year and it is like a phenomenal XC bike.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
Have you changed anything like on setup for the year? Because you're still doing like some Epic World Cup, some Epic 8, right?
I actually haven't raced the World Cup this year.
Oh, no shit. Okay.
A lot of that, like I like the World Cup. I really like it on steep courses, but it's just simpler to just stay with one bike.
For sure.
So yeah.
And setup is like identical race to race.
Yeah, pretty much.
Tires aside.
I mean, obviously suspension and everything changes. Tires, the new air tracks are great, and we're running 2.5, which aren't available now, but I think in the future those will be. Cool. Hopefully, or some bigger tire, because those are great, especially on Lomi. That's like a proper Santa Cruz tire. Like you can ride, anything, and there's just low enough pressure, like it digs in just as well as a beefy tire.
Sick.
Loose over hard is a little different, but in a couple of the short tracks, I was riding my gravel bike today and was realizing that like gravel tires are actually better than the low profile XC tires a lot of times.
Just because they cut in better? Like
yeah. And I think that you like feel it, you really feel the edge like bend more.
Are you going to try them at races?
Well, we raced like full gravel tires at 2 short tracks.
Okay. We did see that. Yeah.
Which was sweet.
Huh. Okay. And like, is that kind of like, do you think that's catching on in the field more broadly, or is that kind of just your team primarily?
I think it will. I think we definitely like, I heard some comments like people, went on 2.0 tires and then saw ours and they're like, I thought we were being bold and, I guess we got to try more. But I think, like, to be honest, we're really lucky with Specialized across the board, that there's just, you don't have to try that hard. You don't have to work with a bunch of brands. Like we've just got a lot of ability to try different equipment and,
it's cool.
Cool stuff. So
sick. Are you like, for this like block of training right now, is it mostly like road and gravel bike, or are you on the mountain bike a lot?
I do probably 90% of my intervals on the mountain bike just to get the same feeling.
Okay.
But yeah, I've definitely been doing like longer hours, 25 hours, a couple weeks, back in the gym quite a bit. I try to get like 2 proper trail rides in a week and then the interval days on the mountain bike. But yeah, I've been on the road a lot too.
Sense. Just like more is more, right?
Yeah.
I'm curious, like, kind of circling back to the mindfulness element of everything, is that like, do you feel like that's something that a lot of racers are doing and not talking about, or do you think that that's something unique to you, like actually having a mindfulness practice outside of racing?
I think everyone's trying to be mindful whether they know they are or not, right?
Sure. Yeah.
Like, especially you have to be when you're at elite sport or even recreational sport, right? I mean, that's like why a lot of people love it.
Yeah, it gets you in that headspace, like by proxy, if anything.
But I think like being able to contextualize it, and it's not just the racing, it's like the whole process, and it's not just for performance. It's about like bringing all components of yourself into it, and especially like mental and emotional. I'd say like, bike racing has felt like it's helped the rest of my life. Like the mind you have to like bring into a race, I feel like it's helped me in the rest of my life, which is actually
that is cool.
Typically it sort of goes the other way. Like, I don't know, you meditate and sit on a cushion so it can help you win a bike race. But I actually think like I said, the presence of mind, the like ability to combine full intensity, like full effort with like ease and, relaxation and gentleness is like, I don't know, been such a key learning for me. I do think I'm really like passionate about I would say I'm really curious about the lack of some athletes are just the culture, like emphasizing the human component, and not in any dramatic sense, but I think like so much attention is spent on a sort of, mindset of I'm going to make my body do X, Y, Z, like the best it can. Like, why is it not working? We need to fix it. Yeah. Rather than like actually integrating it and realizing like you're human and you got to like ride those fluctuations and pay a lot more attention, like I said, to the mental, emotional, and almost spiritual side of it. So, and that's like I don't know. If you think about martial arts, you think about approaches to sport that, like half the world or the eastern side of the world really applies like directly. Yeah. There's an element of bringing that into the bike that can feel natural. And again, I think a lot of people are doing that, but I've just maybe spent more time intentionally with it or contextualizing it. And yeah, I feel like I'm naturally drawn to it in a way, but I also think, I've worked at it for a lot of years and seeing it kind of pay off, not just in the wins, but like, I love what I'm doing and I'm not like arguing with the components of it that I don't like, Does that make sense?
I like that.
So, yeah.
I think that's huge. I mean, yeah, you do see, a lot of athletes who are arguing with the components they don't like. And I think that it's a good way of putting it. Yeah. It's like, it can become a game where you're just battling the things that feel wrong instead of like letting it organically fix itself as it might. But I think makes you probably more durable through a season as well, like physically, mentally. I think all of that.
Yeah. And you have to accept you know, there are going to be things you don't like, but you can still choose to, you know, love the whole process of it and be curious, really.
Yeah. Are you living at Wellspring?
No.
Oh, okay.
No, it's close to Wellspring. It's on Santa Rita.
Oh, really? But, cool. That's sick.
Yeah.
You're like right in the heart of it. That's really cool.
Yeah.
I've like ridden by that stuff, 100 times, but never stayed there or anything. But
yeah.
That's sick.
Sort of like developing a really cool, I don't know, model of like working with pro cyclists. And
so it's like specifically oriented towards that.
No, not, I mean, it's sort of like it's like a side track of the retreat center, but
cool.
The guy who started the place and my teacher is a cyclist himself, and
cool.
Got connected to him like 6 years ago, and he's just at this point worked with so many different cyclists in different areas, so it's been pretty cool.
Sick. Well, I guess that answers the question of what changed. Nothing changed. I think that's that's sick.
Yeah, I mean, nothing and everything,
Yeah, for sure. Like, life is always different, but a lot of the factors probably stayed the same.
Totally.
With like the new calendar announcements, are you stoked for more North American racing? Is that...
Yeah.
And that's like fairly close to home for you, right? Like in the scheme of things.
Yeah, I mean, sort of. I grew up in Durango, so I've raced in Soldier Hollow a lot. Did they? There's no downhill there though, right?
No, it's just XC, and then they haven't really announced like if there's an enduro or anything. But as far as I know, it's XC.
Yeah. I mean, I hope that they don't even. Obviously, the more the better. So I hope they don't stop at 3. Sure. I hope they have like 5 in North America.
Yeah.
How
is the riding there? I've ridden like nearby, but I don't think I've ridden that specific trail system. So
there's good trails, like kind of like classic, I don't know, multi-use, like big, a lot of miles of trails in that area, and like the Wasatch is beautiful, and the race venue is it's like perfect for World Cup. They've like it was an Olympic venue back in the day, so they'll definitely need to build like some features, but because it's pretty open, like there's not natural.
It's just like
much natural rock or route,
single track.
But I think that's like maybe good. Like the U.S. style of courses like should be faster and a little flowier and like I don't know, dynamic in a different way. I think they don't have to recreate. Like I love the natural courses, and they do have some good like rock features there, but hopefully they lean into it being a little different.
Yeah, cool. And then have you had the chance to travel to South Korea for racing at all?
No.
Cool.
But my team manager is there right now, actually.
Oh, sick. Okay.
Doing some scouting, and it looks like a Colorado ski resort, actually. Like way different than I thought. Huh. Yeah. Pyeongchang is pretty small. Like you're definitely like, we're not in the middle of a South Korean town, like city, which that'd be kind of cool if it was.
Right. Yeah. I mean, you'll fly into Seoul, so you'll be there at least at some point. Yeah.
It's still great though, like that the World Cup is actually becoming more world
of a world thing. Yeah.
I mean, I've talked to Warner Brothers. I'm on this athlete panel.
Yeah.
And they're definitely making an effort. Like they want to go new places. So I think that's cool.
That's cool. Like, are they taking feedback from you guys on that, or is it more of a like just they're feeding you information on what's happening?
No, they are taking feedback. I think after Brazil and the podium situation, and clearly all of us weren't happy with the 3-rider podium, but I think we just wanted to set up a better process of communication, and like we're all more or less on the same team. Like we all want to see the sport grow.
Yep.
And the story shouldn't be about Warner Brothers. It should be about athletes or places that people race. And I think they like recognize that and are actually very open to feedback. So I think they've learned a lot. So hopefully they keep learning and we keep learning. And like I said, we're all mostly on the same team.
Yeah. I mean, it's just like the details, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
But sometimes the details are the stickiest part.
Yeah. It's sometimes big, but
like as one of the like phenoms of the year, are you getting extra attention from them, or is it just a matter of like you're someone whose feedback they admire regardless? Like,
I was just someone who kind of put my hand up to be on this panel. Okay. I do think that they're like, I don't know, investing in like storytelling a little bit outside of the broadcast, and
it seems that way.
Yeah. You know, like trying to have a whole identity around the World Cups. Like we had a meeting with their kind of producer and the marketing kind of folks there, and they were really like receptive to ideas. And I think like there has to be ideas from the rider body and like teams that are like outside the box and kind of like in accord with the big changes that are needed to really grow the sport. You know, like, I don't know, different ideas, bold ideas. And
yeah,
we get caught up on, I think, like you said, a lot of important little details, but I don't know. I just think it's an opportunity generally for the sport to really grow, and we got to like lean into that. So, but I think there's been good communication, and I don't think I'm getting, I just like these kind of things and thinking about, you know, sport.
Yeah. Well, cross country is kind of a challenging one because in a way it's already a better product than downhill and enduro and a lot of the other disciplines, because it's like easier to film. It's, you know, maybe more potent racing because it's actually like head to head. So I think maybe that I would imagine like a person at Warner Brothers is probably less receptive to changing it entirely, where like enduro, they're like willing to do like night stages and shit, and like downhill, they're definitely changing the way that they present that product. But I think cross country, they're like maybe more hesitant to change.
And I will say they definitely like are like protecting the sport, you know, the discipline and the Olympic discipline, which is great. Like they want to preserve that.
Right.
I think they would love us to do a night short track, you know, which would be pretty sick.
I bet it'd be fun.
But I think that there's like other ideas. Like I think what XC needs, because people watch the short tracks and they look sometimes super lame when it's on grass, like, you know, but like it is not, like I promise you, it's like crit racing isn't lame, but it's just like, so we fall in this like middle ground where, all right, it doesn't look like we're doing gnarly stuff like feature wise, because in short track we're not, you know, but we also maybe don't have a traditional road audience. But I think that's what's cool about XC in like a short track discipline. Like, so I suggested that they already show through Whoop our heart rate data. I was like, would riders be cool with showing power? Like you actually
that'd be cool.
Bring people in a little more, and you know,
because I would assume like 99% of people are running power on their bikes, right?
Yeah,
like you hear of a couple people who don't, but
but I think like those insights of like, you know, what's actually happening can really help the broadcast and just generally like, make it interesting.
How accurate is that Whoop data to you?
It's accurate.
Yeah. Okay. It's tough. I mean, I'm like testing out some wrist-based things, and I don't know how accurate they are, but like I haven't used the Whoop one, so I don't know. No, it's the best product on earth. You know, they couldn't do wrong.
Editor.
Sick. I mean, that would be interesting. I feel like you look at like this year's tour, like they're just presenting as much information as possible, and I'm sure like for some viewers that's too much, but they can just focus on stuff on their screen, and then for others it's like what they're there for. So
for sure, I mean, it's not all about the power, but like little snapshots where in the broadcast, if you can't see what an attack, like that someone's attacking, but you could see that in the power data. I think like that would be good for a particular kind of audience. Because again, we're sort of falling between a recreational mountain biker audience and then like a road. So XC kind of needs to like, you know,
I mean, it's a funny thing because like XC is like more aligned with what most mountain bikers do on a regular basis.
Yeah, the pedal, you know.
You just like go for a bike ride, and you know, in your case, like as fast as you can, but that's not super far off from what people are trying to do. You know, I think downhill is like a little more unrealistic relative to what people do on a regular basis.
For sure, but you have to live.
Next to a lift.
Exactly.
Not a lot of people do that, but do you like, I mean, kind of a dumb question, but why not? Like, do you have aspirations like outside of cross country for racing? Like obviously you've done some stuff on the road and in BMX, but like going forward, do you have any like pie in the sky hopes?
Yeah, I don't know, to be honest. I mean, I'm really happy in the World Cup scene.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I just love it. I love the discipline and the people and everything. So, like, especially with LA Olympics, like,
yeah, 3 years out, right?
Yeah. So long enough to where I can say like, yeah, I don't know what'll happen, but also short enough where I can say like, yeah, I'm gonna do everything I can to win a medal at LA.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, the North American scene is so dominated by the long stuff and gravel.
Yep.
I want to see, like, I think that there's just more opportunities for race series and pure mountain bike races. They like, you know, what started in the US, like a Downeyville.
Yeah.
Those kind of more destination races.
Yeah. And they're the most fun. I mean, they're just
they're great.
Sick. Yeah.
BC bike race. Like, I'd love to see that kind of make a resurgence, and industry and pros kind of like get on board with that versus the scene being a bunch of Midwest gravel races, which nothing wrong with those, but like there's more room for whatever kinds of racing. Like, there should just be more, you know?
For sure.
But yeah, I mean, for a while there, I was thinking like, oh, I'll get race enduro at some point, but I don't think that's likely at this point.
Okay, fair enough.
I'd rather just play. Like, if I'm gonna get on big bikes, I want to go up to Whistler and spend 2 weeks there, not have to think about going fast, you know, like fast for a clock.
Sure. Do you spend a decent bit of time on a bigger bike, or is it pretty much all XC bike right now?
Yeah, no, I don't. Just because training's just pretty one tracked.
Yeah.
I mean, on easy days, I'll take the Levo out, which is amazing. Like, especially, I haven't done that yet here, but I'm excited for that, to be able to just ride up West Cuesta, you know. And,
yeah. Just do a couple grade laps on the e-bike. That's nice.
Yeah.
That's cool. Is it like, are you sensitive to like you said, you've only been racing the Epic 8 this year? Like, if you swap onto like the big bike for a couple rides, does that kind of like mess with how good you feel on the race bike, or is that different enough that you can separate?
Yeah, no, it's different enough. I think the time I really felt it was, honestly, so my first e-bike trail ride was pre-riding for Worlds, e-bike Worlds.
Oh, no way.
In 21.
Okay.
And I did 5 days of racing in a row at that Worlds, because we had short track qualies, and then team relay, short track, e-bike, and then we raced the same, like, majority of the course on XC bikes the next day.
Yeah.
And I was like, damn,
that's a lot.
Really missing my motor on that 5th day.
I bet, dude. It's kind of brutal to have it be like the before part of that equation. Like,
exactly.
Yeah.
But like, that was one of my favorite races ever. I will never probably do it again, but the e-bike race was incredible. I mean, it's just, but also, I don't think that that's the best format of mountain bike racing.
I mean, I think there's a reason it kind of disappeared.
It's kind of fading. Yeah.
Yeah. It is cool. Like, I think there's like niche applications where it could be really fun, you know, maybe kind of that like destination racing that you were talking about, but I don't think it's like the World Cup level race necessarily.
In spandex.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
Oh, it's funny. I don't know, like, wrapping up here, I guess, like, what are you looking forward to rest of the season? Any like specific races that you love, or is it just trying to wrap up that overall and do as well as you can?
Yeah. Honestly, just like, I'm just looking forward to the chance to do absolutely everything I can to win the overall. Like, I'm just like, you know, I'm just super grateful to be in this spot, and like, I don't know what'll happen. But I'm just like looking forward to being there and knowing I did everything I could, you know, and be my best. So I feel like that's what I'm trying to do in these days here. Lake Placid, my family will come out.
Cool.
Always good racing in the US.
Yeah.
And yeah, in Worlds for sure. It'll be interesting. We race short track in Zermatt, like right in the town, which is quite cool.
Huh, cool. Is it kind of an urban short track course then, like paved, or?
I think I saw pictures and they posted a little video. It looks like a classic like Swiss farm, like
really?
like a little. There's so many little,
yeah,
little farms around there. I raced Swiss Epic once, and we like came right into Zermatt down a lot of those trails. So
cool.
I don't think it'll be like proper urban, but I'm excited for that. And yeah.
Cool, man. Well, good luck. Hope it goes great. Like,
thank you, sir.
Yeah. I feel like, I don't know, you're approaching it right, and I hope it feels that way.
Yeah. Like I said, I don't know I'm just gonna, keep it simple and do what I can. And it's been, last thing I'll say is on this topic is like the whole half of the season, that went so well, feels so far away now in a good way. Like, naturally just, you got to start from zero every time. Every short track, I like had to come back to ground zero. So I can say like, I'll line up with confidence in the second half of the season, but like, I won't be thinking about the first half.
Yeah. It's not feeding into that too much. Does it, if you think that way, does it add too much pressure on you?
Like if you start, for sure. If I'm like, I mean, it's, it's natural to, think about the stakes or the fact I've got this like red jersey on with Blevins 1 on the back. And, like I didn't expect to realistically be in this position this year. But I think that all happens externally of like what you're immediately doing in the process, So like the more I've done, kept things simple and just come back to, each race, each moment, like honestly, the pressure just is like totally other people's projections or my own projection that doesn't apply in that moment. So, it's sort of been a good experiment. And like I'm not going to say that like I haven't felt any pressure or stress with any of it, but like I've had a good relationship to it and like been able to honestly start from like ground zero every race, which is good.
Well, I'm glad to hear it. Hope that continues to be the way. I mean,
that's
got to be hard. It's like, the brain is a challenging creature to wrangle, but
absolutely. That's very true.
Sick, man. Well, thanks for the time and good luck.
Thank you, sir.
That's great.
Yeah, good to chat.
All right. Well, that's the end of the interview, but we've got some reader questions we need to get to. So dive into those. Here's one from Anonymous.
Hi, Pinkbike. I have a two-parter. Firstly, do you guys run your brake levers at the same reach? I always run my front brake out a little more so it engages sooner than my rear brake. The second is, why is nobody talking about the click valve? I find that a day-to-day life changer. Thanks. Bye.
Big Valve doesn't want you to know.
We'll start with the easy one, the brake levers. Mine are different, but they feel the same to me, but they feel different to other people.
Yeah, you run your front out more, don't you?
I think my front is out more, but it's just because of the way my brain works. And I think my hands are a little bit different. Like, that's just
Kaz's alien hands.
I mean to have them. I mean to have them even, but I think that they just don't. They feel even to me, but not to other people. It's kind of like how sometimes people think their stem's straight and it doesn't look straight.
Oh yeah,
there is objectively a right way, but it has to match for your brain.
I definitely try to make my brakes feel as even as possible, or my brain doesn't like it. And
same.
My
rear is usually like a click or two further away from the bar than my front.
Really?
But it's like not for a reason. It's just like what I'm used to. And I think part of it is like almost counter to what this guy's saying. Like, in order to not drag brake, I want it to like be a bit stabbier in the back. So I like can't just sit on it. So if it's like if it engages before the front, then I'm like, there's not really much logic to it, but it makes sense in my head. And it's not drastic. It's just like a slight 4 mil difference or whatever.
Are you guys, just before we move on to his second, are you guys close to the bar bite point or like out?
I'm like medium out.
Yeah, I'd say I'm medium out, but I got pretty big. I think all of us have pretty big hands.
Yeah.
So,
I almost like mine like parallel.
Same.
Like I like it pretty far out. But I think I know a lot of people run it like almost to the bar, but I just can't do that.
I can't stand that. If it starts to come close to my knuckle, I get so scared. It just feels like it'll.
Yeah, and if I don't get a lot of brake fade these days, or like lever pump, whatever. But back in the day, it would happen a lot, and I'd be pretty terrified if your brake started fading.
Yeah, and it just pulls all the way to the grip. Yeah. I did that for a bit. Like, you can just kind of get used to anything, I think. But now at this point, like, parallel to the bar is where I like it to bite.
Are you guys steep angle or flat?
Flat.
Pretty flat.
Like maybe not Johan or the original French flat, but I'd say flatter than other closer to flat than to steep.
Okay.
How about you?
I think I don't know. I try to do like a straight with my wrist, keep my wrist straight, that sort of thing. It's probably like a 45 degree.
Yeah.
Like
45. Deep.
Is it? Yeah, I don't know. Maybe a bit less.
It's funny how it's a fully geographic thing to some extent. Like I would have lots of buddies that would come visit from Colorado, and they would all run theirs real steep, like almost pointing to the ground.
They want to be like heavy over the front.
Yeah, it's just kind of that's like what everybody ran there. And then I think the French riders, they all run theirs pointing to the sky. I mean, this is all generalizations, obviously, but it is funny how it's kind of different areas, and it's going to depend what you're riding too. Like I think
it also depends on the brakes now. Like having just done like a big drop of brakes all one time, it isn't like as easy as having like, oh, I'm 24 degrees from flat, like because the shape of the lever determines a lot of that. So whatever feels good.
Yeah.
Click valves are fine. I just have too many bikes to put them on all of them.
Yeah, I agree. I like the click valve, but again, I think it's
I also don't have a tire pressure gauge yet, and I have like too chaotic a life to integrate the pump head into all the things I need. Because like maybe I'm pumping my tires up with someone else's pump, or like it does work with a Schrader thing, but it's kind of annoying to use with all the like little accessory stuff.
I have a pump that I've set up with it. It's on one side of the head, like it's a double head. So I just put the adapter on the Schrader valve size. That way I can check the pressure. But for people that don't have any clue what we're talking about, click valve was a new style of valve that came out almost 2 years ago now, right? And it basically, you don't have to unthread anything. It doesn't really even need a valve cap. You just put the tire, just put the pump head on it, and it makes an audible click noise, and it's on. You can just start pumping, pull it off. No need to do anything else. It's clever and it works. It does have more airflow than your traditional Presta valve. I don't know if it's necessarily, it doesn't match the airflow like a reserve valve, but you don't need a valve cap for this one. So there's pros and cons. It's clever. I just don't know. It's so hard to change the course when there's a gazillion Presta valves out there, Schrader valves.
And like all the little accessory things have been optimized for that. But I think like there is a tide change to some degree.
The infrastructure hasn't caught up. Once we get our click valve infrastructure at all our pump stations, we're going to be.
Yeah. But I can imagine like if I had one bike or two bikes and they weren't like constantly changing with test bikes, if I had just like two bikes that were mine and a pump that was mine, I would just do that. I would have probably like click valves, or I actually prefer the Fillmore valve, but like I would just optimize for one thing,
Yeah. Yeah, it is tricky. I think the tricky with adoption for the click valve is it does you can inflate it with a Presta valve, a regular Presta valve, but it works best with its own accessories. So yeah, infrastructure things. But,
choose we'll have valve some sort of, and be a dick about it.
Yeah, eventually maybe we'll get a long-term living with click valve article going. We've both kind of been messing around with them for a while, but
I've never tried them. I've tried the reserve valves. Those are, or the Fillmore. Those are.
I'll bring you some. I have a couple extra.
Nice. Yeah, I'd love to try. Well, I'll need a pump too.
I have the adapters.
Okay.
Yeah, it just goes.
Yeah, it's like a little.
We'll get you sorted out. Yeah.
Okay. Nice.
It's kind of like when everything started changing to USB-C, and it's like, yes, USB-C is better, but it's really annoying that like only half the people have it, and your buddy's car charger doesn't work with it, and like.
On that note, I'm finally like at a place where almost all of my things are USB-C. Oh, except my AirPods; those are Lightning.
Oh yeah, see, there's always one thing, and then you just don't have the stupid. Yeah. All right. Well, those are good questions. Let's see what else we got. One from Alex, I think.
What's up, y'all? This is Alex. I'm calling from Denver, Colorado, and I got a question for y'all about Skinnies, and another question for later on about protective gear related to a recent experience involving Skinnies. So, how do y'all feel about the risk to reward ratio for something like riding Skinnies? Got me thinking about it because the other day I was riding at Trestle Bike Park over in Winter Park and hitting one of the oldest Skinnies they have in the bike park. Hit it a bunch of times, but found out very quickly what happens when you lose your focus. And long story short, smacked my hip on the Skinny, got all beat up, all scraped up. Didn't break anything, but certainly had me questioning the risk to reward for those things. What are y'all's thoughts on riding Skinnies? On a second note, related to that, what do you guys recommend as far as hip protection, like padding for your hips or something that might just help in the event of landing on a Skinny on your hip? I would love to hear y'all's thoughts on that. Love the podcast. Love y'all.
Got a good Denver drawl.
Y'all have a good one.
All right. Nice.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's a
Alex is
awesome. Cowboy out there. Yeah.
So sick. Thanks
Alex. I like going to the bike park to session the only Skinny they have. That's a sick move.
It's a good game plan.
Dude, Skinnies.
Mike,
they're
you're
always
kind of the resident Skinny guy.
Me?
It's because I'm old. No,
Mike. Sorry.
Well, also you love them.
I do like them. There was a point where I got sick of them because they used to be everywhere, and then but I do like them now because of nostalgia. So to answer his question, risk versus reward, it just kind of depends on how high the Skinny is. Like a low to the ground Skinny is fairly low risk, but if you're talking about telephone pole high things, like there's definitely plenty of Skinnies in the world that I never did because the risk versus reward wasn't there, including the flying circus, the radiculator thing, which is actually telephone pole height. So you saw people do that back in the day and decided that's too high for me. But I think one thing the hip pad thing, it's almost the skill to learn how to bail off a Skinny. We call it the North Shore bail, but where you kind of say you're on a Skinny and you need to hop off to the left side, you kind of push off your left pedal and swing your other foot over the bike. So it's kind of like hop off your bike and just end up standing next to the Skinny with your bike next to you.
And hope that you don't land in like a punji pit of...
Yeah, exactly. You have to spot your landing because there's things that it stings, but there is a way to kind of bail more safely if you have to jump off it. And that way you're just landing on both your feet. I
don't know. Sometimes your front wheel just comes off and you're hitting the deck hard quick.
Yeah.
I know. I mean, that's the risk, I guess.
That's why they're so cool.
Yeah.
I rode a trail last weekend that had like easily over 100-foot long Skinny. It was just like a one perfect log downhill, but it had grown over at the end. So you had to enter this like mesh of mystery. And I was terrified of it because you just like drop into the abyss. And then it turned out there was like a 5-foot drop at the end of it. But I think, when you can see everything, if you're feeling spicy, just go for it. And yeah, as Mike said, just know how to hop off. But I've never worn hip pads. I don't know. I mean, I know they exist and they're out there.
I think Fox makes some. Yeah, I've never worn them either. I've only worn them for skiing, but
I wore them this weekend at Reese's Big Jumps.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah. Well, I can speak to that a bit. I had a bad crash at Mount Washington a few years ago, our local bike park. I like high-sided off a trail and went hip first into a rock and broke my pelvis. It sucked. But yeah, so I got these. I have a pair like Liat. I don't know what they're called, but they're some padded kind of like underwear situation. I don't know if they would help that much. They would certainly help more than not having anything on. And they kind of just feel like underwear. Like I know a lot of the slope riders or free riders wear them all the time. For day-to-day riding, like trail riding, it's maybe overkill, but they're also pretty like non-invasive to wear. So I think they're cool. For bike park, I wear them a lot if I'm going fast and I don't want to hit a rock on my hip.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, hopefully that answers the Skinny questions. I'd say Skinnies, you can also practice on really low to the ground, even on the ground stuff. So if you're feeling like you want to do Skinnies, but maybe you're afraid of the risk, just get real comfortable on like curbs and things. There's so many little easy.
There's so few now. If there are Skinnies, I feel like you got to ride them because they're like
I've had a Skinny heavy summer. I rode a Skinny trail this weekend in Kamloops. They're around, but you got to stumble upon them. It's kind of like a little gift from the forest,
True. We do have, there has been a little slight resurgence in Bellingham where there's a few trails popped up that have some Skinnies. So
are they legal trails? I feel like trail associations really don't like Skinnies.
No, and that's
insurance companies don't like Skinnies.
Yeah. The lawyers are out there like, what is that?
Doctors hate this man for building skin in the forest.
Yeah.
Teeter-totter. Teeter totters, those are the sickest, but you don't see many of those anymore.
We've got one good teeter totter in town.
Yeah.
So cool. I don't think we.
But
have
they do. I mean, the maintenance on teeter totters, I think, is a thing. They get so rickety so fast just because they're just smashing up and down. And, yeah. But yeah, I got a soft spot for Skinnies. So good question.
Actually, I rode the teeter totter in town a couple of weeks ago, and it's missing slats on the down slope. So you now have to hit it at speed and then bunny hop off the pivot point to get over the wheel eating hole on the other side.
All good. So, that's sick.
Yeah.
Got to go back.
Did you guys ever like screw up your buddies in front of you by accidentally following too close and then they just eat it so hard off the skinny?
So scary
because it doesn't go down.
Yeah. When I used to live in Colorado, there's someone built a teeter totter that was so tall. I mean, from like when it was in its pointed up position, I bet the top part was maybe 15 feet high or something.
Damn.
You had to ride up it with speed, and then if you weren't heavy enough, you had to kind of pause and almost bounce to get it to go down. That was scary because at that point you're like 10 feet in the air trying to tip this big rickety thing down. It was so fun. And that's because people had gone to come up to BC, seen teeter totters, came back to Colorado, and were like, oh, we're bringing the North Shore here to the woods, and made it with really tiny popsicle sticks of.
Wait, we actually have 2 teeter totters in town.
Yeah, they're on the same trail.
No. Sorry, we only have 3. We have. I'm thinking of one off map, but there's one on on Galbraith too.
Yeah.
Sorry, we've got plenty.
Yeah. We're gonna start running teeter totter tours.
I'm coming down. I want to
come down.
We do some teeter tours.
Freeride.
Yeah, teeter tours. Nice.
Yeah. Cool. All right. Who's next? Let's see.
Hey, Pinkbike. Lars from Colorado here. Love the show. Wanted to call in and try and get some advice from you all. I may have bought a Transition Trans Am frame set in chrome whilst out to dinner by myself on a work trip, and had probably a few too many glasses of wine since I could expense those. But anyways, I never built a bike
it's a loose expense
before,
policy.
done some basic maintenance, some upgrades, some repairs and things like that on my full suspension and gravel bike and kids' bikes and stuff like that. But yeah, never built a bike per se. So any advice you can give, sort of general advice, things I should look out for, any pitfalls or something that I should definitely have a shop do, or just say, fuck it and give it my best and hope the bike holds up. Thanks for the show. Love it. And also a special shout out to Dario for sick Instagram photography. I always love those nature shots. Makes me want to go out and ride. So good job, everyone. Thanks again. Enjoy the show.
Thanks, Lars.
Kaz, I think you have good nature shots too. I just want to point that
out. I feel like the hardtail has a pretty low barrier, which is nice. Like the 2 things I can think of that you might need a shop to help with would be pressing the headset and installing the bottom bracket.
And really both of those, there's take your time, and both of those the bottom bracket, you do need the correct tool for the bottom bracket.
Or a pipe wrench, but
or what?
I use a monkey
hammer
wrench
and some
if
wood.
I don't have the tool.
Yeah, the headset you can definitely do hammer and wood, but even a cheap headset press will get the job done if you're only doing like a couple bikes ever. But those are the 2 things you may not have tools for. But watch some YouTube tutorials on those. It's pretty simple, and just take your time. Make sure things are threading in the right way. Your bottom bracket doesn't thread lefty, or it does. It doesn't thread righty tighty lefty loosey on both sides. So know that. Don't try to think if things feel like they're not threading in correctly. They're probably not.
Yeah, you can definitely do some damage if you try to force things. But
and I didn't gather if it was a used frame or new, but if it's used and like has some wear or like weird paint chips or something like that, then like maybe facing the head tube and BB wouldn't hurt. Like it's kind of like a thing people don't do as much anymore, but something I would always do when building up a new bike at the shop is like facing the head tube, facing the bottom bracket. You just get better bearing life when you do that. And with like a steel bike, it's pretty low risk. So another shop thing, but I don't know, if you have a homie who's got those tools, then you can go do them there too. But It depends on how janky you're willing to be.
Yeah, you can get real home brewed.
For sure done the hammer headset install more than once.
Definitely.
As well as the pipe wrench bottom bracket install. But
I've never done a pipe wrench bottom bracket install, but the hammer headset I definitely have done plenty of times. But again, just be careful. Don't do silly things. Take your time. But yeah, once you get the headset in and the bottom bracket in, after that, most things should go pretty smoothly. Maybe the race on the fork crown. Sometimes if it's not a split race, it can be a little bit to kind of seat that onto your fork. But again, it was be careful and tap it gently. Maybe the rubber mallet against the side of the steer tube. You can usually get that down without the tool.
I used wood again for those all the time.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, use wood.
Have like
metal, more wood.
I don't know. This isn't good advice I'm giving, I think, but I think you can do it.
I have like a plastic dowel that I used with a mallet, and I just like tap around the outside. But
I actually have the real tool that I bought eventually because it is nice when you can just like slam it on and then you're done. But
that is nice.
Another way to do it, if it is sticky, if you have the old bearing for your headset race, and just put the old bearing on, and then you can smash the bearing with the hammer. That way you're not pounding right on the race. You know,
as a sacrificial element.
Oh, Star Nut. Exactly. Star Nut's kind of a
that's one. Yeah, those tools are cheap. So a Star Nut tool, I'd recommend buying that just to have it.
Yeah, I got one on Amazon recently for like, it was probably $15 or something, and it works great.
The fucking free bolt trick just sucks. It's like it works. You can use like a sacrificial bolt to hammer the Star Nut in, but it's never straight, and it's annoying. Yeah,
and the little Star Nut tool is so satisfying. That's probably one of my favorite parts of a bike build. Is just put it on, you feel it when it gets the right height or depth.
I don't know. Otherwise, that's like external routing, and it's pretty easy. I don't know. I think it'll be fun. I would say the biggest thing is give yourself time. I've definitely done too many bike builds like desperately in a rush, and it doesn't help anything. So
patience is your friend.
Yeah. Avoid doing it at like 11 p.m. because then it'll be 2 a.m. and you're like annoyed.
Yeah,
and then you make a bad choice.
I usually get really sweaty when I do like a rushed build because I'm just like kind of stressed out. And
you get the fear sweat.
Yeah, you're like, oh no, and then you need something that you don't have, and you're just like scrambling.
I hate that. Yeah, and you're just throwing things. It's dark and nighttime, and you just
I mean, we probably build more bikes than most people.
Yeah,
but
I have a bike for you, Stefan. I'm going to build for you to bring. I'm going to build up and bring the Crankworx.
You're going to build it for me?
Well, I'm not going to bring a box bike.
Oh, thanks, man.
Yeah. So I got to do.
It's a nice teaser for listeners too. What bike is it? Let us know in the comments.
I got a bike in a box. Yeah. Nice. Cool. Well, I think we solved the world's problems, and everyone's happy. Everyone's riding skinnies and building hardtails, and we're having a good time. So catch everybody next week. Keep giving us your questions. We got kind of a decent backlog to get through, but we'll try to get through the good ones that we can. And next week we'll be talking about free riding.
Should we do a music corner?
We could. Yeah. Do you have anything good? What have you been listening to? There should be. Actually, we need to do
3-6 Mafia.
Sorry, what was it?
666 Clubhouse by 3-6 Mafia.
Nice.
A lot for some reason.
That's good. I feel like we need to do a comment gold. Wasn't there you put up a cow video? Someone ran into a cow.
Oh yeah.
And there was pretty much, it just turned into a pun fest, and there were some great ones in there.
Yeah.
I think even the top one was bad and good. Okay. Well, yeah. Comment gold. We decided to bring it back. Special occasion because Stefan put up a video of a guy running into a cow, and it turned into a pun fest. And the top comment comes from Narnaya. This is hard to say, even though I should. Narnayam.
Narnaimo? Is it
Narnaimo? That's how you would say it. I mean, that is how you say
it. Narnaimo, Honda Fit guy.
I can only assume is in Nanaimo.
Nanaimo?
Yeah. Now he's a car mechanic out there, I think.
He's awesome. Nice. He's always commenting.
Yeah. I can say Nanaimo, but Narnaimo is hard for my mouth. But my mouth has now said it. So his comment on the cow article was, cows on trails, utterly ridiculous. So there you go. Comment gold. You got 368 upvotes. And then there's probably 100 more puns after that. So
Narnaimo, just comment your home address and we'll send you your prize.
Please don't. Weird things might show up at the door.
Don't do it.
Yeah. But if we see you at Crankworx, we'll give you a t-shirt or something. So comment gold. But now on to some music corner. Dario, you said 3-6 Mafia is what you're being into?
Yeah. I've been listening a lot of 3-6 Mafia, but 666 Clubhouse is going to be my song of the day.
Nice.
Huge.
Yeah.
Huge.
How about you, Stefan?
Someone commented after our car talk and sent that I should listen to El Camino by Jaya the Cat. And that's my song of the day, or music corner for this week. It's great. Thank you for the comment also, listener.
Yeah, my song, I don't know. I have so much to go through. I think I'll just say Frontier. I think I've shared them before, but the band Frontier, they've got some very heavy things, and I'll pick a song somewhere in the show description, whatever you click on will be the song that I've been listening to. I just can't think of the title, but Frontier, they're very heavy. That's it. Yeah.
Nice one.
Music corner, comic gold, reader questions, interview. This is a full, complete podcast. Look at that. Yeah. We're just a multimedia operation. So thanks for listening, everybody. Catch y'all next week. Bye.